This YouTube short was posted 180 days ago and it made me $7,800. Here's another one that was posted on a different channel, got 83 million views and generated us $7,900. And this is another one that almost got 100 million views and generated $7,200. All three of these videos were created using the same strategy, prompts and systems. So today I'm going to show you the 7 key principles that allow me to make $23,000 with just 3 YouTube shorts. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Tim. I run Art of War, Zach Films, and a portfolio of Faceless YouTube channels that does over 700k per year. And let's start with the most important principle: niche selection. You see, I'm a huge believer that your niche has to be complicated. I'm going to give you an example. Recently, there was a channel that absolutely exploded. It's all over my Twitter timeline right now. Everyone talks about his success. So Dr. Data went from 0 to 500,000 followers with only 59 videos, and all of those videos are made with AI. They simply take Nano Banana pictures, then they reanimate them with probably Clink AI or Grok, and they post this stuff that gets millions of views. I think his most popular video is like 20 million views. Then obviously you can see how consistent those numbers are. In total, they generated 239 million views. They were positioned as a competitor for 3D animated channels, for Zach D Films or channels like Art of War, my channel. I don't actually believe they created any competition for us. They developed the niche for themselves. It's clear that people actually loved it, but because this niche is very simple to replicate, look what happened then. If we just simply Google the name of the channel, we'll find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 competitors right away with the same name, same avatar, same idea for the channel, same formats, topics, scripts, everything is the same. And what it does is it commoditized the market, and because YouTube is a very democratized platform, it doesn't really care who to give views. So it's going to give views to you, to your competitors, to competitors of your competitors. It's going to distribute views across multiple channels if the video quality is exactly the same. And the problem of AI is that if someone can generate it, anyone else can generate it too, meaning the quality of all of the videos is going to be the exact same. And that's the problem, because you will have no differentiator between you and competitors. And with time, what's going to happen is all of the competitors of Dr. Data are going to catch up and actually going to outperform him if they're able to put out more videos or do it at a slightly better quality. And it never happens to high quality branded niches. Take, for example, Renrad, the channel that does 2D animations and cartoons like this one. He blew up and generated 500 million views last month. You can see here, last 7 days, 74 million views. And he did it for the last 3 months. He was generating hundreds of millions of views. And so far, he got 0 competitors. Why? Because nobody can actually figure out how he does it. Nobody can go and hire as many animators as he has. Nobody can replicate the style because he built it for himself, those square hats and obviously always different colors. So he developed the style, and because he operates in a niche with a high barrier to entry, nobody can try and do that. And I'm sure it's just a question of time. So some people will replicate Renrad, but he bought himself time to actually monetize the niche and have the whole niche for himself. Now he makes about $40,000-$50,000 a month, and he will keep making this money until more competitors kick in. But based on my personal experience, I'm running Art of War for over a year now, and since then I probably got 3 or 4 competitors because of how complex it actually is to steal our videos and replicate our strategy. So in general, the harder it is to replicate you, the more time you have in the niche to have it for yourself, to monetize it before the competition actually kicks in. So rule number 1, your niche has to be complicated. And even if you don't have the resources to run a complicated niche right now, to operate with a team, then use short-term trend-based niches to generate some capital, to get some money to the door, and then reinvest them and build long-term high-quality niches with a high barrier to entry. Number 2, YouTube is a business, not a creative side hustle. As a business-first person, I talk to hundreds of YouTube founders every single week. I talk to some of them about potential partnerships, some of them we coach within the Art of YouTube program, but the single most important problem that I see and the mistake that most of them make is they try to operate their YouTube business as a creative side hustle. I'm gonna give you a story. There was a guy who came to me with a channel in an amazing niche. You've probably seen this niche everywhere. His channel been leaked, but again, because of the high barrier to entry, nobody managed to replicate his success just yet. He was doing solid money, $6,000 to $7,000 a month. It was nothing crazy, but he operated his business as a creative side hustle. He had some other channels on the side that didn't do any well. He was doing some side projects and side quests, and he never really thought about scaling the channel and squeezing the most out of it. He was comfortable at $6,000 to $7,000. And the problem with that is that YouTube is a very volatile market, and if you are given a chance to monetize the niche, if you are given a chance to actually make money and your channel picks up and the viewers love it and you have a niche for yourself, which he does, so he basically invented the niche, like now he has it all for himself. When you have a chance like that, you have to grab the opportunity and squeeze the most out of it, because like with every YouTube channel, the trend is gonna pass and the channel is going to die out. There's no YouTube channels on earth besides maybe some big creators like MrBeast who managed to survive multiple decades, and with Faceless YouTube it's actually even shorter. So channels typically live for 6 to 18 months and only 0.1% manage to live after that. So we're not talking about channels like Fern or other channels that's been around for a while, but for every single channel there is a trend-based wave that you either catch or you miss. And if you treat your YouTube channel as a creative side hustle, then you're risking to lose the wave. You're risking to lose millions and millions of views by simply not treating your channel as a business and not taking it seriously. So what I told this guy is he needs to do just a few things. He needs to triple his team right now, and he now can afford it because he operates at 95% margin. He can afford to hire more people, and that's exactly what he needs to do. He needs to 4x the video output. So instead of posting 1 video a month, he needs to post 4 videos a month minimum. 8 is way better, so he needs to post 8 times as much as he does now, and he needs to drop any other side hustle that he has. The moment you have something that works, you need to double down and forget about anything else. It's not the time to make experiments. It's not the time to start new channels. It's the time to squeeze the most out of the opportunity you were given. So once you figure out the style, the format that works, and you have an MVP, meaning your channel got its first 10,000 views, 50,000 views, 1 million views, double down on that and squeeze the most you can at that moment in time, and then transition to a new venture once you see that your main channel starts to stagnate or the views start to go down. Then you start a new channel, then you transition to the multi-channel network. But at the beginning, all you need to do is to focus, treat it as a business, build systems, SOPs, and make sure that you have enough team to always increase the amount of videos you post. So you start posting slowly. Maybe it's one a week, maybe it's 1 a month, maybe it's 1 a day. But then the moment views catch up, then you start posting more and more and more until you hit the plateau. And only at this plateau, you're allowed to think about new channels. Principle number 3, niches that you see online are already saturated. So I know how most of you operate. So you see the niche blowing up on Twitter, or you see a YouTube video about a specific niche and you go right into it trying to copy it. This is the most stupid approach you can take, because whatever you see online is already saturated. No one is gonna give you the actual niche that blows up right now. Why? Because it's easier and it makes more money to go into that niche by yourself. So all of these gurus that create videos about niches, all they try to do is to attract your attention to a niche that they either already squeeze the most out of themselves, or they simply have no idea how to start it themselves, and that's why they recommend it to you. So most of the niches that you see online are absolute bullshit. The only source that I would still recommend you to watch is our weekly niche digests. The reason why we do those digests is because we never recommend you to go into the specific niche that we're talking about, but we always come up with a niche band that will allow you to create a brand new niche for yourself. So instead of just giving you the niche and telling you to like go and steal it or go and copy it, what we do is we come up with 3, 4, 5 variations of every single niche that you will be able to use to become the first ever one to do it. So we give you the unique combinations so that you create niches instead of chasing the ones that were created by someone else. And that's how I structure all of my niche digests. And this is, by the way, what the niche bending workshop is all about. Live 25th of February, we're going to discuss how to create new niches. Link is somewhere down below. Check it out if you want. But the lesson that I want you to remember here is whenever you see something works on YouTube, on Twitter, like you see any viral niche, never try to replicate it. Instead, come up with a way to adapt the same format to the content category where this format was never used before. This way you create something new, you don't steal it from someone else, and you don't become the second or the third or the fifth to try it. You become the first one and you monopolize the niche before the competition kicks in. The golden rule of YouTube that I always talk about is 80% of the money in the niche are going to go to the number 1, 15% of the money are going to go to the number 2, 5% of the money are going to go to number 3, and then all other guys are going to enjoy the 1% of the niche. So the sooner you start, the more chances you actually have of making a significant income, and that's why all the niches that you see online are already saturated. Lesson number 2 that we already touched slightly: you don't find a niche, you engineer it. It doesn't make sense to create a channel that already exists. On YouTube, the moment you start competing with someone directly, both of you are gonna get the average views. None of you are gonna monopolize the niche for yourself. If your quality isn't significantly better, you shouldn't go in a niche where you already have competitors. Instead, what you should do is what I call the niche bending. You take the format, like let's say there was a viral format explained with bananas. I just love this example because it's the easiest to understand. So Private Economics, they did really well explaining complicated finance topics with bananas. And what stupid creators did is they simply tried to steal it and explain the same concepts with the same bananas. What smart people did is actually the channel called Ape Aesthetics, who applied the same principle explaining with apes and gorillas to a different niche. So they took the concept, they brought it to fitness, where this concept explained with apes was never used before, and they created this channel that blew up to almost 200,000 subscribers and with just 13 videos. So this way they kind of copied what already works, but at the same time they invented something new. And this is exactly what I call the niche bending. This is how you engineer new niches, and this is why, for example, our niche digest kind of makes sense, because instead of just giving you niches, we also give you the potential niche bands that you can use. And if you want to dig deeper into that topic, then as I said previously, on 25th of February we're hosting the workshop where you can come live and I'll personally break down your exact niche and situation. Plus we're going to give you 50 ready to use niches and more than 1,000 potential niche bands and unique combinations that you will never see anywhere online on the internet. The link to the workshop will be down below. Check it out and I'll see you live. But we transitioned to the 5th principle that allowed us to scale multiple channels to literally billions of views. Principle number 5: new video ideas are 100% gamble. Adapt what's already viral. So when you create a niche, it's all about being the first one to do so. It's all about being unique. But when you're creating video ideas, all you need to focus on is how do I do something that was already proven before by any other competitor, direct or indirect, in my niche or in any other niche. So this is how I always do it. Let's say I want to find an idea for the Art of War channel, right? So this is my channel. We create documentaries, we post them in short form format. If I want to find a video idea for my channel, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to one of my competitors, let's say it's Active Films. Let's take a very simple example. Then I would watch his videos and I'll try to find something that that will potentially work for my channel. Let's see what keeps helicopter blades from flying off. So in this video, it's an explanation of the mechanism of how the basically helicopter blades work. So this video, like we often do videos about mechanisms, so it will probably do. So what I would do is I would take the transcript of this video using Node.gpt, and I will then go to Claude AI, and using one of these two prompts that I'm gonna link in the description down below. It's either more like complex prompt like this one, or more simple prompt that goes literally like, here's the viral video script from my competitor, find 15 ideas about XYZ, in this case about mechanisms or for different word-edge. Find me like 15 ideas that have the same viral triggers. And that's it. So AI, Claude AI or ChatGPT, you can split test between both of them. I would typically go on two of them at the same time and give it the same prompt and just see what output is gonna be better. They will create ideas that are similar to the video that already blew up for your competitor. So for this original video, I would probably find ideas like why tanks don't blow up when they shoot their weapons, or how does the mechanisms of a plane instead of a helicopter work, and etc. So you want to change one little detail about the script, but you want to keep the same structure and you want to keep the same direction of the idea to make sure that your video is also going to work. I'm going to show you exactly how this generated me over 100 million views on my channel. So if we go on my channel, we'll see that there is a video. If we go paint, yes, so originally I posted this video 8 months ago. Why did Soviet soldiers paint their tanks blue? This video did 28 million views, and again I came up with this concept by looking at one of the Zagdi videos and using the same prompts I just gave you. Then instead of copying the exact same video, I wanted to squeeze the most out of the format. So the format in my head was, okay, cool, if I see that Soviet soldiers painting tanks and roads blue works, then what if we just change the color and find other story, like other story in history where soldiers painted something? So I found a story from Iraq War when soldiers painted their tanks pink, and it was desert pink that was like helping them blend their tanks with the sand. So I posted the exact same video. As you can see, even the shots are very much similar. We just changed the tank, changed the color, but then the exact video idea, like the viral triggers, they stayed the same. 14 million views. Okay, cool. What if we try to paint different type of war machines? So we did the plane. So soldiers painting. It turned out that in history there's a few stories of soldiers painting something. So 10 stories about soldiers painting their AK-47s green, 4 million views. A story about a guy in prison who painted soap to look like a pistol, 69 million views. Then a soldier painting his face, 29 million views. So you see how I go about it. I change one little detail. I change a tank to a plane, or plane to the face, or a face to a soap, but I keep the same viral triggers. And this is how you should think while coming up with viral ideas, because if you don't do that and you just generate ideas through ChatGPT, I know many similar videos would recommend you to just go on channel of your competitor and then screenshot it and go on ChatGPT and ask it to come up with ideas. All of those ideas will have nothing to do with the real world. What I do instead is I find the idea, I dissect it, trying to find the triggers that actually made the video go viral, and I would create the similar video that has similar triggers but have a completely different idea. So I'll change the tank to a plane. The idea will be new, but then the triggers are gonna be the exact same. And this is how you scale viral formats. This is how you take one video and you create 2, 3, 4, 5 of them out of nowhere. And this probably generated me well over 300 million views across multiple channels. Number 6, sole creators hit invisible ceilings. So as I said, I talk to founders on a weekly basis. Like I talk to many creative founders, some of the channels that all of you watch, Faceless channels. And whenever I see a sole founder, a sole creator of a Faceless YouTube channel, I always tell them the same story. So this is a story of how I met Mario, the Zach Films owner. When we met, we had completely different approaches. So we started Art of War and Zach Films pretty much at the same time. And while I was focusing on hiring and scaling the system, Mario was actually the one who, in order to create Zach Films content, he managed to learn 3D animation, and he wanted to do everything by himself because obviously he didn't have any hiring skills or knowledge, and he didn't want to do that. Or was unsuccessful when he tried. And while I was able to scale Art of War from 0 to 50k a month in about 3 months, probably 3 to 4 months, Zach Films was actually stuck for 6 months before they actually started scaling, before we partnered up and I started helping Mario build the team. But Mario was doing everything by himself. He had his own 9 to 5, and at the same time, half of his day he was spending learning animation, trying to make the scripts, trying to put the videos out and keeping up with consistency. It's very hard. If you're not doing it with AI, if you're not posting AI slop, you won't be able to catch up and keep up the content schedule. Just recently talked to another founder, another channel, $9,000 a month. He wasn't animating by himself, but he was controlling all of the scripts, ideas, and he was doing the thumbnails, everything. Again, a burnt out founder, they cannot increase the amount of videos they post, and their competitors are overtaking them. YouTube is all about volume, especially if your niche already worked. So instead of trying to be solo, instead of keeping 95% margin for yourself, hire a team that can actually manage what you're trying to build. If your dream is like 5k a month, then cool, you can do it by yourself. But if you're trying to scale this channel 15, 20, 30k a month, you need a team behind you. You need script writers, you need animators, you need a team manager, you need someone to post your content. Hire all of those people and spend time on tasks that actually matter. Spend time analyzing competitors, spend time talking to high-level people within the game, spend time to analyze the market and try to understand the dynamics, but not on the scripts and ideas, not on the animations, not on giving revisions. These are all the tasks that you can delegate, and the most successful founders. Just recently we spoke with the Black Files founder. Their team is multiple 2 digits. They operate an AI team that is bigger than most 3D teams. Why? Because it gives them leverage. It gives them an opportunity to post one video every other day, long form. So this is exactly what I mean by leverage. And this is something that solo creators will never be able to do. Number 7, the business side of YouTube is what no one else teaches you. Unfortunately, there is a bunch of different tutorials on YouTube on how to start a bunch of different crappy AI channels, but no one is actually giving you the business skills required to run a proper branded long-term YouTube channel. Because the creator skills are how to go viral, how to find ideas, how to find a niche, which is, by the way, very important, but it's not the fundamentals of YouTube. How to edit videos, how to generate specific AI videos or AI photos, but all of it does not matter, because with all of that, your cap is $5,000 to $10,000 a month. If you want to scale past that, you need hard business skills such as hiring and firing, because firing people is also hard. You need systems and SOPs. You need to know AI agents and the workflow, because most of it can be automated and it does not require a human to run it. And you need team management and an ability to scale. For all of this, you need hard business skills that many YouTube creators, like basically none of the faceless YouTube gurus, are going to give you. And this is what I've been focusing on in my journey. This is why by now we manage, across all of our channels, we manage a team of 44 people, and it happens with ease. I only have 3 weekly calls with all of them to make sure that, again, everything is in check. And besides that, the team operates on its own, and it runs and scales the channels that are now doing 700K per year. So hard business skills, even more important than the creator skills. The creator skills help you get to 5K a month, Everything above that is business skills and operations. So you either need to learn it or partner with someone like myself who will do the boring, the business work for you. But it's a very rare case. We only invest in 1 or 2 channels per month, so that's out of sight for most people. But then spend some time to learn those skills before you actually try to scale past $30,000. And these are the 7 most important lessons I learned going from 0 to 50K with the Art of War channel, and then helping 3 other portfolio channels scale to multiple 5 figures a month. One more reminder that on 25th of February, we're hosting the niche bending workshop. This is for all of you, meaning if you are just starting and you're afraid to waste months figuring out the right niche, come to the workshop. If you already have 1 or 2 channels, but you want to switch to branded long-term channels, then also come to the workshop, because it's all about branded long-term niches that we're going to give you together with amazing niche bands. And even if you run a portfolio of channels and you're already quite successful with YouTube, then you will definitely enjoy the AI that we've built that will allow you to create faceless niches like that, and always have access to fresh, ready-to-use niches for right in your pocket. The link to the workshop and the Niche Hunter database is going to be in the description and also in the pinned comment. Come to the workshop, I'll see you live. There's multiple amazing bonuses that you can all read through on the website. Check it out, and I'll see you in the next one.